Welcome back to EnglishNEst Podcast, your safe space to build confidence and master real English conversation. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Steve. Hey, Nancy, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Steve. I was just talking to my mom on the phone before this episode. She sends her love.
That's so sweet, Nancy. Family is so important. And that's actually perfect because today we're talking about family members and family structure.
Yes, Steve. Today we're going to teach everyone how to talk about their family. Parents, siblings, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, and even extended family.
Family is universal, Nancy. Everyone has one. But different cultures have different family structures.
Exactly, Steve. So whether you have a big family or a small family, you need these words and phrases.
Before we start, Nancy, should we ask our listeners to subscribe?
Yes, Steve. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And if you love learning with us, hit that like button and share this with a friend.
Now, let's get into today's topic, Nancy. Family members and structure.
Let's start with the basics. What's the difference between immediate family and extended family?
Great question, Nancy. Immediate family means your closest relatives. Parents, siblings, spouse, and children.
So, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, son, daughter?
Exactly, Nancy. That's your immediate family. The people you live with or see very often.
What about extended family, Steve?
Extended family includes everyone else, Nancy. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, and in-laws.
So basically, if they're not your parent, sibling, or child, they're extended family, Steve?
Mostly yes, Nancy. But some people consider grandparents as immediate family too. It depends on the culture.
That's a good point, Steve. Different cultures have different definitions.
Let's give our listeners examples, Nancy.
My immediate family includes my parents and my 2 brothers, Steve.
My extended family is huge. I have 15 cousins, Nancy.
15 cousins? That's a lot, Steve.
I know, Nancy. Family gatherings are crazy.
Let's break down family vocabulary by category. Let's start with parents.
Steve, good idea, Nancy. Mother and father are the formal words.
But informally, we say mom and dad in American English. Right, Steve?
Yes, Nancy. In British English, they say mum and dad. In Australia, they say mum and dad too.
What about step-parents, Steve?
Step-parents are when your parent marries someone new, Nancy. Stepmother, stepfather, and step-siblings are their children.
And half-siblings, Steve?
Half-siblings share one biological parent, Nancy. For example, same mother but different father.
That's important vocabulary, Steve. What about siblings?
Siblings means brothers and sisters together, Nancy. It's a gender-neutral word.
Example, Steve?
I have 2 siblings, 1 brother and 1 sister, Nancy.
I'm the oldest sibling in my family, Steve.
I'm the youngest. My siblings are all older than me, Nancy.
So, listeners, immediate family, mother, father, mom, dad, brother, sister, sibling, step-parents, half-siblings.
Grandpa are...
Steve, let's talk about grandparents. This is where it gets interesting.
Yes, Nancy. Grandmother and grandfather are formal. Grandma and grandpa are informal.
Some people say Nana and Papa or Grammy and Grampy, right, Steve?
Yes, Nancy. Every family has their own nicknames. There's no wrong way.
What about great-grandparents, Steve?
Great-grandparents are your grandparents' parents, Nancy. Great-grandmother and great-grandfather.
And great-great-grandparents, Steve?
That's 3 generations above you, Nancy. Great-great-grandmother, great-great-grandfather.
That's getting complicated, Steve.
It is, Nancy. But many people don't know their great-great-grandparents. It's very far back.
Let's give examples, Steve.
My grandmother still lives in the same house where my mother grew up, Nancy.
I'm very close to my grandpa. He tells the best stories, Steve.
My great-grandmother lived to be 95 years old, Nancy.
Steve, let's talk about aunts, uncles, and cousins. This is where families get big.
Yes, Nancy. Aunt is your parents' sister. Uncle is your parents' brother.
And what about their children, Steve?
Their children are your cousins, Nancy. Cousins are not siblings. They're extended family.
I have a question, Steve. What's the difference between first cousin, second cousin?
Great question, Nancy. First cousins share grandparents. Second cousins share great-grandparents.
But honestly, Steve, most people just say cousin for everyone.
You're right, Nancy. Only genealogists use first cousin, second cousin in daily conversation.
What about great aunt and great uncle, Steve?
Great aunt is your grandparents' sister, Nancy. Great uncle is your grandparents' brother.
Example, Steve?
I have 3 aunts and 2 uncles on my mother's side, Nancy.
My cousins are like brothers and sisters to me. We're very... Okay, Steve.
Nancy, can you tell us about your family?
Of course, Steve. I come from a small family. It's just my parents, me, and my younger brother.
So your immediate family has 4 people, Nancy?
Yes, Steve. My mom, my dad, my younger brother, and me. I'm the older sister.
What about extended family, Nancy?
I have 2 grandparents, Steve. My father's parents are still alive. My mother's parents passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that, Nancy.
Thank you, Steve. I also have 1 aunt, my mom's sister, and 1 uncle, my dad's brother. And I have 3 cousins, all on my mom's side.
So you're close with your cousins, Nancy?
Very close, Steve. We grew up together. We're more like siblings than cousins.
That's beautiful, Nancy. Family is what you make it.
Exactly, Steve. What about you? Tell us about your family.
Steve, your turn. Tell us about your family.
My family is very different from yours, Nancy. I come from a big family.
How big, Steve?
I have 4 siblings, Nancy. 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm the middle child.
The middle child, Steve. I've heard middle children are very flexible and peaceful.
I don't know about that, Nancy, but I learned to share everything.
What about your parents, Steve?
My parents are still married, Nancy. 35 years together. They live in the same house where I grew up.
That's wonderful, Steve. And grandparents?
I have both grandmothers still alive, Nancy. They are 82 and 85 years old. My grandfather's passed away.
Aunts, uncles, cousins, Steve?
This is where it gets crazy, Nancy. I have 7 aunts, 6 uncles, and 18 cousins.
18 cousins? Steve, that's a huge family.
I know, Nancy. Family reunions are like weddings. We need a big hall just for everyone.
How do you remember everyone's name, Steve?
Honestly, Nancy, sometimes I don't. I just say, hey, cousin, and hope for the best.
That's hilarious, Steve. Steve, let's talk about family by marriage. In-laws.
Great topic, Nancy. In-laws are the family of your spouse or partner.
If you get married, Steve, your husband's parents become your mother-in-law and father-in-law.
And his siblings become your brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Nancy.
What about if you're not married but live together, Steve?
Many people still say in-laws for long-term partners, Nancy. Or they say partner's family.
Examples, Steve?
My mother-in-law is coming to visit next week, Nancy.
I get along very well with my father-in-law. We watch football together, Steve.
My sister-in-law is one of my best friends, Nancy.
What about other relationships, Steve? Like your sibling spouse?
That's also brother-in-law or sister-in-law, Nancy. So the same word can mean different relationships.
That can be confusing for learners, Steve.
It can be, Nancy, but context helps. If you say, my brother-in-law, people understand it's either your sister's husband or your spouse's brother.
Good point, Steve. Steve, let's teach our listeners key phrases for talking about family.
Great idea, Nancy. Phrase number 1. I come from a big, small family.
Example, Steve. I come from a big family.
I have 5 siblings.
Phrase number 2, Nancy. I'm close to my...
Example, I'm very close to my grandmother. We talk every week, Steve.
Phrase number 3, Nancy. On my mother's side. On my father's side.
Example, Steve, on my mother's side, everyone is tall. On my father's side, everyone has curly hair.
That's a great phrase for showing which side of the family you mean, Nancy.
Phrase number 4, Steve, I take after my.
Take after means to be similar to someone, Nancy. Example, I take after my father. We have the same sense of humor.
Phrase number 5, Steve, I look like my.
Example, Nancy, I look like my mother. Everyone says we have the same eyes.
Phrase number 6, Steve, I'm the oldest, youngest, middle child.
Example, Nancy, I'm the oldest child, so I have to take care of my younger siblings.
Phrase number 7, Steve, we're a close-knit family.
Close-knit means everyone is very connected and spends time together, Nancy. Example, we're a close-knit family. We have dinner together every Sunday.
That's beautiful, Steve.
Phrase number 8, Nancy. Family means everything to me.
That's a very common and natural phrase, Steve. Many people say that.
Yes, Nancy. Family is important in every culture.
Family structures are different in different cultures. Let's talk about that.
That's a great point, Nancy. In some cultures, multiple generations live together.
Like in India, China, many Latin American countries, and parts of Africa and the Middle East, Steve.
Yes, Nancy. In those cultures, it's common to have grandparents, parents, and children all in one house.
In Western countries like the US and UK, Steve, it's more common for young adults to move out at 18.
That's very different, Nancy. In some cultures, children live with parents until marriage.
Or even after marriage, Steve. In some cultures, the son brings his wife to live in his parents' home.
That's called a multi-generational household, Nancy.
Another difference, Steve, the role of extended family.
In some cultures, Nancy, aunts, uncles, and cousins are very involved in raising children.
In other cultures, Steve, it's more focused on the nuclear family, just parents and children.
Neither is wrong, Nancy, just different.
Exactly, Steve. The most important thing is to learn the vocabulary so you can describe your family.
And respect other people's family structures, Nancy.
Beautifully said, Steve. Let's do some real-life scenarios about family.
Great idea, Nancy. Scenario 1. Meeting someone new and asking about family.
Do you have any siblings, Steve?
Yes, I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. What about you, Nancy?
I'm an only child. It's just me and my parents, Steve.
That's very natural, Nancy.
Scenario 2, Steve. Talking about a family gathering.
What are you doing this weekend, Nancy?
I'm going to a family reunion, Steve. All my cousins will be there.
That sounds fun, Nancy. How many cousins do you have?
About 15 on my mom's side alone, Steve.
Scenario 3, Nancy. Describing a family member.
Tell me about your grandmother, Steve.
She's amazing, Nancy. She's 85 years old, but still works in her garden every day. I take after her. We both love nature.
She sounds wonderful, Steve.
Scenario 4, Nancy. Talking about where you live.
Do you live near your family, Steve?
My parents live about 30 minutes away, Nancy, so I see them often. What about you?
My family lives in another country, Steve. I miss them a lot.
That must be hard, Nancy.
It is, Steve, but we video call every week.
Scenario 5, Nancy. Talking about in-laws.
How are your in-laws, Steve?
They're great, Nancy. My mother-in-law is an amazing cook, and my father-in-law taught me how to fix my car.
You're lucky, Steve. Good in-laws are a blessing.
I know, Nancy. I'm very grateful.
Let's help our listeners avoid common mistakes when talking about family.
Good idea, Nancy. Mistake number 1, my parents is.
Wrong, Steve. My parents is very kind.
Right, Nancy. My parents are very kind. Parents is plural, so use are.
Mistake number 2, Steve. I have 2 brother.
Wrong, Nancy. I have 2 brother.
Right, Steve. I have 2 brothers. Don't forget the S for plural.
Mistake number 3, Nancy.
My cousin's name are.
Wrong, Steve. My cousin's name are John.
Right, Nancy. My cousin's name is John. One person equals is.
Mistake number 4, Steve. I am close with my family.
This is not wrong, Nancy, but close to is more common.
Right, Steve. I am close to my family.
Mistake number 5, Nancy. My mother is my parent.
That's grammatically correct, Steve, but awkward.
Better to say, Nancy, my mother is one of my parents, or just my mother is a parent.
Great correction, Steve.
Steve, let's do interactive practice. I'll say a sentence with a blank. Our listeners fill in the blank with their own answer.
Great idea, Nancy. I'll go first as an example.
Sentence 1, Steve. I come from a blank family.
I come from a big family, Nancy.
Your turn, listeners. Pause and say it out loud.
Sentence 2, Nancy. I have blank siblings.
I have 2 siblings, 1 brother and 1 sister, Steve.
Sentence 3, Nancy. I'm very close to my...
I'm very close to my grandmother, Steve.
Sentence 4, Nancy. On my mother's side, I have blank.
On my mother's side, I have 3 cousins, Steve.
Sentence 5, Nancy. I take after my...
I take after my father. We have the same laugh, Steve.
Sentence 6, Nancy. We're a
close-knit family. We eat dinner together every night, Steve.
See how easy that is, Nancy? Our listeners just need to practice these patterns.
Yes, Steve. Say them 10 times each. Record yourself. Listen back. Improve.
Let's give our listeners final tips.
Tip number 1, Nancy, learn the basic family words first. Mother, father, brother, sister, grandmother, grandfather.
Tip number 2, Steve. Then learn extended family. Aunt, uncle, cousin, niece, nephew.
Tip number 3, Nancy, use on my mother's side or on my father's side to be specific.
Tip number 4, Steve. Take after means to be similar to someone. It's very natural.
Tip number 5, Nancy, don't worry about being perfect. Even native speakers get confused with family relationships.
That's true, Steve.
And here's your homework, Nancy.
1, Steve. Draw your family tree and label everyone in English.
2, Nancy, write down 5 sentences about your family using the phrases we learned.
3, Steve. Record yourself describing your family structure.
4, Nancy, practice saying on my mother's side and on my father's side.
5, Steve. Listen to the recording. Circle any mistakes. Record again.
Do this every day for 1 week, Nancy. Your confidence will soar.
I agree, Steve.
And that brings us to the end of another episode of EnglishNEst Podcast, Steve.
Nancy, we covered a lot today. Immediate family, extended family, parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, in-laws, and so much more.
Let's do a quick recap, Steve.
I come from a big family, Nancy.
I'm very close to my grandmother, Steve.
On my mother's side, I have 3 aunts, Nancy.
I take after my father, Steve.
We're a close-knit family, Nancy.
Keep these in your pocket, everyone. Use them every day, Steve.
Now, Nancy, before we go, we need to ask our listeners for help.
Yes, Steve. Please like this video if you learned something new today.
Subscribe to EnglishNEst Podcast, Nancy, so you never miss an episode.
And share this with a family member, Steve.
Great idea, Nancy. You can also follow us on Instagram at @EnglishNEst for daily tips and reels.
Thank you for spending time with us today, Steve. You are amazing for showing up and working on your English.
Remember, Nancy, family is the most important thing in every language. Now you can talk about yours in English.
Family means everything, Steve.
Exactly, Nancy.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye, Nancy.
See you next time on EnglishNEst Podcast, Steve.